Hi everyone! We actually have some news for Honkai Star Rail. We are getting the new patch in about 2 days. It is incredibly exciting and we do have 2 or 3 things I wanted to go over very quickly. First of all, we do have the version 3.4 preview available on the Lab, so you can check it out. I'm not going to read everything, I'm just going to go over like the main aspects of it, which is what we have here. If you want to read it in details, the link will be in the description, as always. Alright, so first of all, obviously, the preview, we are going to be getting for the Sunday set today, main 3.4 story quest, which is going to be great. Obviously, you need to have completed Amphoria's Dawn Shine at the World's End, which is the most recent, I'm pretty sure, story. So there we go. We are in phase 1 going to be getting Phainon as well as its light cone. On top of that, we are getting a larger rerun with Tribi, Sunday, and Sparkle. I think in terms of teams, I don't really know. I've never really cared for Phainon. I know I'm a terrible person. I love his trailers, I love his story, but in terms of gameplay, it's really not for me. But I'm pretty sure that characters like Sunday is very, very good for him. I also know that Tribi is just absolutely OP. She's fantastic. You can put her anywhere. She's like the new Road May. Sunday is going to be very, very good for Phainon. Sparkle is going to be very, very good for, the new character we get with the collab, which is Archer, who's free, so there's a good opportunity to get him here. Ting Yun is great for Phainon as well. March 7 Preservation, it is what it is. As for what's the name again? Yukong. If you really like her, there's some ways you can use her. I know back then some people used to play her a little bit with like Dan Hill, but I don't know if I would recommend pulling for those 4-star. Honestly, Ting Yun is still like playable, usable. There's definitely value in her with like the energy she gives. So there's definitely something you can do with her. You can, with her you can snapshot like her buff with Phainon, which is definitely something you can do. Now for this phase 2 of the event warp, we're getting only reruns of, here you can see obviously we are getting Firefly, Blade, and Jingliu. So very, very cool. 2 of those 3 characters are getting a special buff dispatch that are making them way stronger. Basically, very quickly, both Jingliu and Blade are going to be scaling only on HP. I think Blade is one of the biggest winners of those series of buffs compared to all the 5 characters. I think Jingliu is the one that benefits the least, but she's still going to be better than what we had before. Now, Firefly, I think she's still very good, but is she worth pulling right now in Big 2025? I'm not sure. Unfortunately, the era of Super Break is kind of past for now. She still has some value, but I think it's gonna be better to pull for a new character, a new DPS. So I would not recommend pulling here. I kind of feel the same about Jingliu and Blade. I mean, if you already have them, you'd benefit from the buffs, but if you didn't have them before, I don't think you should pull for them, basically. That's my opinion. If you really want to pull for a character, get Tribi, get Sunday, get Phainon. Those would be my opinion. Now for the 4-star, we're getting Luca. Luca is a okay Nihility Bleed character, but we are also gonna be getting Seridra, Hycelines, who should be basically like a 5-star version of him because she's also physical and she's most likely going to be dot because of what we saw in the simulated universe. Lynx is still okay. Hanya is kind of underwhelming, unfortunately. I love her design, but it is what it is. Now we're also going to be getting, obviously, the Holy Grail War in Pinakoni, so very, very hype, with both Saber and Archer joining the game. Now, I wonder if they give more information regarding their banners. The event will be available for a long time after its launch. No, they still don't give an exact idea as to when the event ends or not. Fate Stay Nights. The Fate Stay Night events, though, only last a month, so keep that in mind. That means that, like, the banners are going to be here for a while, but not the collaboration event itself. And you can get a lot of rewards here. You can see here you can get some Trackers of Destiny, you can get some Command Spell Umbra and Avalon, the Ever Distant Utopia, so those are just going to be items in your collection, as well as about the 10 pool, which is kind of nice. Collaboration Warp, Excalibur, Excelsior, a long time after its launch, so there we go. During the event period, the drop rate of the limited 5 stars is going to be here, so we still don't know about how long this is going to last. They say a long time. I feel like it's probably going to be 3 months. I think some people have said it's going to be 3 months. So I guess we'll find out. But I hope they don't leave us in the dark for too long. Now, the reason why people say 3 months is because we do know that the free archer that you can obtain is until version 3.6 ends, which means 3.4, 3.5, 3.6. That's 3 patches in a row. So that might be why people think that the banners are going to end then and there. As a collaboration special Fate gift, this one I'm a little bit less of a fan, but basically during the entirety of 3.4, if you pull, I believe if you pull 200 times, you can get a free archer icon, but sadly this is only for 1 patch compared to the other banners. Those banners here and the free archer you can get for 3 patches, but this icon can only be obtained for 1 patch if you pull 200 times. That's not going to be the case for me, unfortunately. It is what it is. I am not getting Phainon, and none of those rerun are interesting to me. I'm just saving for Seridra and Hycele next patch. So sadly, I'm not going to be able to get this Fate gift. This is more of a whale gift, to be honest. So yeah, there it is. Now we're also getting Origami Bird Clash official version, which is a minigame we already had in the past. So we're getting a new version of that. So that's pretty cool. And also 10 pull from the Gift of Odyssey. We're getting double drop rate for Planet Fisher and Realm the Strange. So that's, you know, Relic and Planet Ornaments. And we are getting the Nova Flare, which is the buff mechanic for those 4 characters. I think Civil Wolf is the one that benefits the most. She becomes actually absolutely insane. Kafka is now becoming a Harmony Nihility character, where she basically is like, they basically made Kafka an insane support that is like kind of future-proof. I think she's always gonna be absolutely bananas, even more than before, with any dot characters. Blade is way stronger than before. He has innate taunt. He scales way better because it doesn't have the double scaling like before. He will be able to deal more ultimate, more follow-up attack. It's just insane. Now, Jingliu is just a bit stronger than before, but I feel like nothing really happened that much in her kit. Nothing was really changed dramatically apart from scaling of HP. I think it's easier for her to get more like TCG buffs or like stacks and stuff like that. That's pretty much it. I feel like she's the one that benefited the least. But I guess before she might have been in the best position. I'm not too sure, but it is what it is. Now we're also getting an update for the As I've Written. So we'll be able to get more rewards from it. The Tidal Bounty is also getting updated. We'll be able to get more rewards from it as well. And there is a skin, which is a school uniform for Firefly coming out. Which some people are happy about, some people are not happy about. I don't know what it is with Hoyoverse and school uniform. They're always like kind of mid. Especially in ZZZ, like Ellen's school uniform is so bad. At least this one has a bit more detail and it works better. But still, it's a bit underwhelming, so it is what it is. Now we are getting a new Nameless Honor, in which we're going to be getting a bunch of new light cones. Some of them are really, really good. So I do recommend checking it out. Special packs, blah, blah, blah. Exclusive box, special tickets, all of the good. You can get those. It's interesting to see that this is a new thing now. Basically, for 5 days, every single day, you get some resources. So this is something that is gonna happen on the regular, it seems. Heartless contract, blah, blah, blah. I'm not gonna talk about those. So yeah, there we go. Very exciting stuff. I ended up going over everything a little bit more, just not reading everything. Now, we also have an announcement here when it comes to Star Rail. We have a preview of the EP that's gonna come out for Phainon. There we go, we're getting a animated short in about a through days as well, because it's gonna be on the 2nd of July. So I assume this is gonna drop before the patch is out. Very exciting stuff. Looking forward to it. We're gonna get some nice music in here. I hope the animation is gonna slap. I'm sure it will be slapping. And we also have a little bit of something else here, where it says, darkness is approaching, do not open. Ding dong, there's a new message. Please open in time. Heavy breathing sounds along with the video. The black figure on the screen is approaching. He's about to blah blah. The darkness will eventually blah blah. This is the last warning. Stop here, Nova.
To once again start everything.
You can see all the cycles.
Can only be you.
So there's a theory. I'm thinking that because the Flame Reaver wants to stop Aeronova, right, and restart the cycle. And I feel like maybe the reason why is because if Aeronova really happened, maybe that means Iron Tomb can escape the prison, right? And I'm thinking that maybe the reason why Phainon always ends up going to a new cycle and the Flame Reaver is always trying to stop Phainon, maybe the reason why is because they find out the truth in the Vortex of Genesis, and basically they found out that if they go to Aeronova, that means that Iron Tomb is going to destroy the universe, basically, right? It's going to unleash its new equation, and that will kill Noose, right? So I feel the reason why he wants to go in a new cycle is there's two philosophies. Either the reason why is because everybody died, and he wants to give it another try to make sure that everybody gets a good ending, or maybe some of that, but also the fact is he wants to unleash Iron Tomb out of his prison, right? And maybe every time he starts a new cycle, he forgets about that, and that's why the Flame Reaver goes crazy, and he's the one that knows the truth and tries to stop him, or he becomes the Flame Reaver and the new Phainon is born, and he tries to stop Phainon. But because Flame Reaver seems unable to communicate, I feel there would be a better way than just like go like a berserk against Phainon. I feel like maybe it's only a piece of Phainon that becomes Flame Reaver. Anyway, let me know what you think. This is pretty hype. We're so close to the update. We're so close to many answers to so many mysteries. I'm incredibly hyped. So yeah, that's gonna be it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye!